You're listening to Sex with Emily. I'm Dr. Emily, and I'm here to help you prioritize your pleasure and liberate the conversation around sex. All right, the hottest gifts this year aren't just things, they're experiences. Experiences that help you slow down, feel your body, and actually enjoy your pleasure. This year's gift guide is all about multisensory gifts that nourish your mind, your body, and your sex life. Think tools for embodiment, toys for exploration, rituals for self-love, and upgrades for the partner who deserves a little extra attention. So I wanted this year's gift guide to revolve around the 5 pillars of sexual intelligence, or sex IQ, as I first laid out in my book, Smart Sex, 2 years ago. The pillars are embodiment, health, self-knowledge, self-acceptance, and collaboration. And no need to worry because I expand on each of the 5 pillars in this episode. So whether you're shopping, not shopping, or just want to understand yourself as a sexual being, this episode has got all that information for you. Don't forget to check out the full gift guide at sexwithemily.com. All the links are in the show notes as well. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the pillars that I mentioned for sex IQ is the framework for understanding one's own sexuality from a deeper, more holistic perspective and taking responsibility for one's pleasure. So I created these pillars because sex IQ is about shifting from performance to presence. I realized after all these years of doing my show, being a sex educator, I saw how disconnected people were from their own pleasure. So a lot of the questions I would get from everybody and a lot of people I work with really were about one thing, like, give me the quick fix. What's the toy? What's the lube? What's the position that's going to change my sex life? And this approach, considering all 5 pillars, are really what you need to know about how to understand yourself. Because when we integrate all the pillars, sex becomes not just something we do, but something that nourishes our whole system. All right, let's get into it. The first pillar is embodiment. So embodiment is about grounding and presence and just feeling at home in your body. So it's overcoming the mind-body disconnect that happens during sex. So many people stay in their heads during sex. They're worried about a bunch of things. Like, think about it. If you're in your head thinking about how your body looks or about that text you need to send to your boss, or if someone can hear you, or, you're just waiting for it to be over, that's being not embodied. That's being disembodied. So now maybe a lot of you are really connected. You're making eye contact and you're like, no, I'm completely in the moment and present during sex. But for many people, they're just not. And that takes us away from actually experiencing our pleasure and knowing what we like, right? It would make sense if we leave our body during sex and we're in our heads, how would we even know what we like? So embodiment also shows up in other areas of our life. Have you ever driven home and you're like, how did I get here? Or you eat a meal so fast you don't recall what it tasted like. Well, that's what we're doing during sex. So it's no wonder when I did a poll, I did a survey of all of you in our newsletter, and I just wanted to know where you were all at, because it's my 20th year of doing Sex with Emily. And I thought, what are your biggest pain points? 46% of you told me that you just have mismatched timing. So it would make sense, like mismatched timing for sex, like your partner wants it at a different time than you do, or wants it more or less than you do. So it would make sense that if a lot of us are not in our bodies and knowing what we like and when we want sex, that we wouldn't be able to be on the same page as our partner. So the solution is always to come back to your breath when embodiment, being fully present in your body to experience pleasure without judgment or distraction. Because this, when you breathe, like let's say you're in your thoughts again, you just come back to your breath and you take a deep breath and you can say, okay, well, what am I feeling right now? And you feel those physical sensations, and that helps you tune into your desires and prevent that numb feeling during sex. So when the mind wanders, come back to your breath, come back to your partner, what you're feeling in the moment. So our embodiment, our gift guide, is broken down into the pillars so you can shop according to the pillar. So embodiment, the Lalo Sona 3. So this is one of my favorite clitoral toys, truly. It doesn't just buzz on the surface. It uses sonic waves to stimulate the entire clitoral network. So remember, the clitoral network isn't just that little bud, it has 12,000 nerve endings. So it creates these deep pulsing sensations that build slowly and intensely. And it's for those moments when you don't want to rush, you want to linger, you want to explore. You're like, how expansive can my pleasure be in this moment? Sona 3 is also a great toy to use with a partner. You can use it on your clitoris. You could really use it anywhere on your body. Like you can use it on the shaft of the penis. And you could also pair it with your favorite lube, a slow sensual playlist, and give yourself permission to stay in that sweet spot a little bit longer. So, great embodiment tool because you're also can go slow and discover, where do I feel great? Where am I feeling the sensations in my body? So when we talk about embodiment, being present, being grounded and in your body, the Lelo Sona 3 is a perfect tool. It uses, like I said, sonic waves to stimulate the entire network, clitoral network. So it's a toy you reach for when you don't just want to rush to the finish line. You want to linger, you want to explore, you want to let your pleasure build in waves, right? So it naturally pulls you out of your head into your body because the sensations are so immersive and they're so full-bodied. Like you won't be able to think about anything else but how good you feel. Now you can also get the Sona 3 and pair it with your breath and do slow inhales and slow exhales and let each wave meet you where you are. So if you start to feel the pulses or if you're using a toy and you start to feel the energy move through your body, just breathe into it. So if you have struggled with feeling numb or disconnected during sex, this is one of my favorite ways to retrain your body to tune back in. It's grounding, it's sensual. It's just a really great invitation to stay present with your pleasure. So if you want to get one for yourself or any of the other Lelo products, you can go to lelo.com, that's Lelo.com, and use code Emily20, and you get 20% off on top of their ongoing sales. Head over there right now. Another great embodiment gift in this category is Common Confidential Massage Butter. If you want a foreplay upgrade, this is it. This massage butter has clean, nature-inspired ingredients. It's a gorgeous slide. It's a warm, sensual feel that makes even a simple back rub feel very intentional and intimate. It's perfect for everything from like a casual touch on the couch to a full body massage that leads to, wherever you want it to lead. It's free of harsh chemicals. You focus on connection. You're not going to get irritated. And it just lets touch become its own kind of conversation. I love when couples start to play with massage. It's funny. I ran into someone at a conference I was at recently, and they were like, you changed my relationship when you suggested like my partner and I start massaging each other. And I'm always like, God, I say it all the time. Are you guys tired of me talking about the importance of like learning to massage? But then when someone came up to me like a week ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep reminding you guys how important it is to bring in other kinds of touch that aren't related to sex. And I think we all love a massage, whether it's a head massage, a foot massage, a hand massage, just to, even if you're not a professional masseuse, which you probably aren't, when you get something like this Common Confidential Massage Butter, what I love about it, it's also like going to excite you. You're going to want to touch someone or be touched because that's the founders of this, like created it for this reason. Like they're like, we want to create something that's going to feel good for everybody. And it's true, like the bottle, the packaging it comes in and the jar, it's just a really beautiful experience. So if we're talking about the realm of embodiment, being present, grounded, and fully in your body, the massage butter is a gorgeous tool for that. Touch is one of the fastest ways to pull you out of your head and back into the moment. And this butter makes even simple touch feel intentional. It's got this warm, sensual glide. It's easy to shift out of autopilot this way and into your body. Like when you feel it, you're like, oh, it just makes you want to relax. So if you want to check this one out, go to commonconfidential.com. Use code SEXWITHEMILY for 15% off. That's commonconfidential.com, code SEXWITHEMILY for 15% off. And remember, these are in the show notes. Another way to feel embodied is checking out something like cornbread hemp. So it's all about helping your body settle so you can actually feel present in it. They have premium hemp products that support deeper sleep, relaxation, and that delicious I can finally exhale feeling. So you remember when your nervous system softens, everything else, connection, arousal, intimacy become just a lot easier. It's like cannabis. It's simple and you can just add it to your wellness ritual. You don't necessarily have to be really high, But what I like about their products is you can sort of shop for what kind of experience you're going for. And embodiment is all about tuning in rather than just bracing or pushing through or checking something else off the list. So if you want to check out Cornbread, go to cornbreadhemp.com/SWE. Use code SWE for a discount. That's CORN breadhemp.com/SWE. Okay, our next pillar of Sex IQ is health. This is a big pillar that's all about supporting the body that carries all that pleasure. So health is really how your body functions and feels. It's your physical health, your hormonal and mental health that affects our sexual wellness. So it's how our body and mind work together to create pleasure. Now, I used to think that being sexually healthy meant that I went to my gynecologist once a year, taking prescribed medication, that, okay, now I'm really healthy. But sexual health means so much more. It's about movement and circulation. Blood flow and circulation are actually the key to pleasure. So if you're somebody who's like, nah, I don't go to the gym that much, I don't move my body that much, maybe that's why you're not having the erections you want or the orgasms you want. Remember that exercise boosts our libido. It supports our health. It elevates our mood. So even just adding 5 to 10 minutes a day of movement like dance or yoga or stretching will enhance your circulation. Also, nutrition matters. That's a big part of health. What we put in our bodies is going to affect our sex life. It's true. Also, be sure to check your medications. There's a lot of medications that have side effects that can impact our libido or our ability to orgasm. We also want to check our hormones. That's an important part of health as well. Those are physical health. But then there's mental health, depression, maybe we've had trauma. So remember, all these are I could get into that more, which I have a lot, but these things are also going to affect your sex life. I just sort of remind you, health is a big pillar in this. So solutions support your health: stress reduction, deep breathing, mindfulness, enough sleep, and prioritizing pleasure daily. Like, what have you done this week, this month, today that isn't about checking something off the list? That's really just for your own pleasure. It might not even be sex, walking your dog, being in nature, being with friends, cooking, gardening, whatever it is for you. Make sure you do more of that. So in the health category, a gift I recommend is Bathmate's Hydro Pump. Now, penis pumps are actually prescribed by doctors all the time. So it's a huge confidence booster. If you have a penis, Bathmate uses safe, consistent water pressure to help support stronger, harder, more reliable erections. Think about it. You exercise every other muscle in your body and you work on it, but maybe not your penis. You can use it in the shower as part of a simple daily ritual. It's super discreet, easy to use, and backed by years and years of expertise. So what you have is already good. Bathmate just helps you feel more confident about it. So we talk about health. I'm talking about supporting the body that carries all of that pleasure. So Bathmate is a great example of that. Because again, erections are about blood flow, circulation, movement, supporting the tissues that actually make arousal possible, that make your erections possible. So Bathmate, again, working with gentle, consistent water pressure, helps to encourage stronger, harder, more reliable erections. It's not about changing your body, not that you need it. It's about supporting what you already have so it can function the way you want to. I love that you use it in the shower, it can become part of a ritual, and it's a huge confidence booster. So if you struggle with unreliable erections or you just want to strengthen, you're noticing changes in your life as you age or deal with stress, this is a really supportive tool. So healthy sexual function isn't luck, it's your physiology. And Bathmate helps your physiology show up for you. So if you want to get one of these, go to bathmatedirect.com. Use code SWE10 for 10% off your order. All right, another gift is one of my favorites. I use it all the time. It is the higher dose infrared sauna blanket. My algorithm has just been reminding me over and over and over again about the benefits of sauna. Stress relief, muscle soreness, improved circulation, cardiovascular health. It helps our mental health, our physical health. Mental, muscle and joint relief. It can help you with stress reduction, mental clarity. It's been around forever. People have been using sauna since the beginning of time. So what I love about the sauna blanket is I can use it anywhere. Think of it, it's like a sleeping bag, but you get inside of it and it heats up just like a sauna. In fact, I kind of like it better than a sauna because I don't have to get my hair like sweaty, and you can use it, for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can just pack it up and put it away. So It's like an at-home reset button. Whenever I'm feeling stressed or worried or anxious or whatever, at the end of the day, it changes everything. You slip inside, you sweat it out, you melt your muscle tension, and you do come out of it feeling lighter, calmer, more energized. And it supports this circulation, your skin glow, your collagen, overall recovery. And so for anyone who needs a ritual to unplug and tune into their body and release the stress, the sauna blanket does it. It's like a reset button for your system. You will love it. And yeah, it's a great tool. It's a great gift. Whenever I tell people about it, they're like, oh my God, I want one. What is that? Tell me everything. So I thought I would tell you about it. I love it. Just go to higherdose.com. I don't have a coupon code for you or anything. I just love them. Then another one in the health category, V Health Vaginal Gel. So this is like a little love note to your vagina. V Health supports hydration, comfort, overall vaginal wellness, especially if you're navigating dryness, irritation, hormonal changes. Because when your intimate tissues feel nourished and cared for, intimacy feels less like something to power through and more like something you can enjoy. So V Health returns the growth factors that you've lost to help regenerate the vaginal lining, but there's no hormones. This is so your tissues can do what comes naturally, repair and regrow cells. So the growth factors of V Health have been clinically proven to help regenerate the lining of your vagina, significantly improve the main measurements of vaginal health, like hydration, elasticity, all the things. So what I like is it's non-hormonal. That vaginal estrogen is really great for a lot of women, but again, some of them can't take hormones. So I love V Health. You can check it out. This is part of sexual health, not vanity, because hormones fluctuate, menopause changes lubrication, stress dries us out, medications impact moisture. So taking care of your vagina is taking care of your pleasure system. So go to getvhealth.com, use code Emily10 for 10% off. That's getvhealth.com, Emily10 for 10% off. I love Chroma Wellness Beauty Matcha Latte. If you're a matcha drinker, I know matcha's trending now. People love matcha. It is more than a drink. It is a tiny daily ritual of self-love. Beauty Matcha Latte delivers calm, steady energy. It has skin-loving antioxidants, and it has protein in it, and it just tastes delicious. I drink it every single day. So if we're looking for daily habits, like under the health pillar that supports your body, your hormones, your energy, that is the Chroma Beauty Matcha Latte. I love all of their products, but this is my favorite one. So you will love it too. If you want to get it, we have a little discount code for you. Go to chromawellness.com, Kroma wellness.com. Use code SEXWITHEMILY for 15% off. I also love their broths. I actually love everything Chroma does, so check them out. Okay, pillar 3 is collaboration. I always say communication is lubrication. The more we talk about sex, the better sex we're going to have. So listen, I'm going to say something bold here. I can tell you that 99.9% of couples and people in a relationship, I don't care if you've been together 1 month, 10 years, 20 years, you have not talked about your sex life in a way that has moved the needle for your pleasure. That's actually made a difference for you to feel better and your partner to feel better. These conversations usually go, when was the last time we had sex? Should we have sex once a week, twice a week? How come you never go down on me? Like, these are the conversations. And when I talk to people about this, they're always like, oh God, but I don't know how, or I don't want to insult my partner, or I don't know what to say. So this is a huge one, collaboration. We really need to get more comfortable talking to our partners about sex. So remember my 3 T's for any healthy conversation about sex: timing, tone, and turf. The timing, you don't want to be halt, hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. You want to be in a place where you're feeling good and you're ready to have a conversation and connect with your partner. The tone is curious, compassionate, maybe even a little chill. It's not like, how come you never do this? Or why don't you do this for me? Or when are we going to have sex again? It's not that defensive tone. We don't want to put them on the defensive or be critical. So our tone is curious and chill. And hey, Dr. Emily says we should start talking about our sex life. Like, let's do it. Let's figure out how to become great lovers to each other. And the turf, listen, save the bedroom for sleeping and sex. You can have the conversations outside the bedroom, on a walk, take a drive. That way you're not making eye contact, but you can still have the conversations about sex. So remember that. Start talking about sex. If you're in a rut right now in your relationship, or you're not feeling like you want to have sex or you want to spice it up, have these conversations. Also, our yes, no, maybe list is a free downloadable guide Download it for free. It's probably our top downloaded guide on the website. It has 100 different sex acts on it. And essentially it has a yes, no, or maybe column, and you and your partner fill it out separately. Like anal, kissing, sex toys. Are they a yes? Are they a no? Are they a maybe? And then you go back and you compare it together and you compare your yeses. Maybe your partner wants to spank you and you want to be spanked and you never knew until you did the yes, no, maybe list. So check it out and download that. All right, another great collaboration tool is Permescent Delay Spray. It's like a little intimacy upgrade in a bottle. It's a delay spray that helps penis owners last longer without numbing sensations, so you both get more time to explore, connect, and build towards that orgasm together. So it's easy to apply, it's fast absorbing, it's great for couples who want to take the pressure off of performance and focus more on pleasure and play. So the delay spray is one of my favorite teamwork tools for couples. If you want to last a little bit longer in bed and you have a penis, check out Permescent. I've been talking about them for over 10 years and I love them. And this is a perfect example of collaboration, choosing something that supports both of you instead of silently stressing or hoping things magically improve. They're not going to do that. They're not going to magically improve without talking, So it's not about fixing anyone. It's about creating space for both of you to enjoy the ride, stay present longer, and meet each other where your bodies are. So when we take the shame and pressure out of the bedroom and add in communication and collaborative solutions, intimacy gets a lot easier. So if you want to check out, just click the link in the show notes. Okay. Another one under collaboration is the Lelo F2S. So this is for penises. It's next generation, fully automatic masturbator for penis owners, designed with deep, customizable vibrations and a sleek, futuristic feel. It's really cool. It covers the entire erogenous area. It adapts to your shape and your rhythm. And you can even track your performance through an app, only if you're into that kind of stuff, data optimization. And so, trying new things together, maybe if you could try the Lelo F2S, your partner, if you're with a woman, can try the Sona. And you guys can both masturbate together. Hey, mutual masturbation is one of my favorite tips for couples. Sometimes you just don't want to have penetrative sex. You just want to know that you're both going to get off. So it's really fun. It's a really fun toy. If you've never tried a masturbator, you will love this toy. So what I love about bringing a toy like this into the relationship is that it sparks conversation. What feels good? Do you want more intensity? What if we tried this together? You could use it on your partner, or you could use the low when you're masturbating, but why not use it on your partner or use it with your partner watching? So check this one out if you like it. It's an amazing way for partners to learn more about each other's pleasure because these toys give you instant feedback. So again, you get to explore which sensations work best for you if you're the penis owner or you're with someone with a penis in a way that feels fun and it's not awkward, it's not weird. It's just actually you got to just Google it. Check it out. Click the link in the show notes. Tools like the F2S are just a great new pathway for connection. So this is a fun way to play and experiment, and intimacy starts to feel like a team sport again, rather than just one of you working on your sex life. You work on it together. Go to lelo.com if you want to check it out, lelo.com. Use code Emily20 for a stackable 20% off on top of ongoing sales. Okay, another thing I love is Crave. I've loved Crave for years, love Crave. They're the ones who make the Vesper vibrator necklace, which I think has been on my gift guide every single year because it is such a friggin' cool toy. It's such a freaking cool gift. It really is a beautiful little necklace. But now they have these leather handcuffs, and they're the perfect mix of classy and kinky. They're soft, they're strong, they're beautifully made. And these leather handcuffs invite you to explore and trust and surrender, and even just wear them as a fashion accessory. I wore them out recently to a party and people are like, oh my God, those are so cool. They have the gold on them and leather. And so you'll always have handcuffs on and you'll always look chic. So if you're looking for a way too in a relationship to, co-create pleasure, the Crave's leather handcuffs are just gorgeous and they're an elevated way to explore it. So if you want to check those out, go to shop.sexwithemily.com/crave. That's shop.sexwithemily.com/crave. Fourth pillar is self-knowledge. Now, self-knowledge is all about exploring what turns you on, what lights you up, knowing yourself as a sexual being. Now listen, you can't ask for what you want if you don't know what you want. So, I remember for years before this became my profession, if someone said, "What do you want?" I was like, "I don't know, like do whatever you're doing," or "Does this feel good?" I was like, "Whatever you're doing feels good," because I didn't really know what I liked. So it's really important for us to kind of pay attention to this pillar and think about, what do I know that I do like? What don't I like? It's great to explore, it's great. Why I love masturbation too, because when you spend time alone with your body, and when I coach people, I send them home with homework. I say, this is what I want you to discover. This is how I want you to slow down. This is how I want you to breathe. This is the way that we're going to actually learn our bodies and what feels good to us. And then we can learn to express our needs. So get curious, explore, Another way to do this, a great self-knowledge tool, is the Magic Wand Mini. I love the Mini. It's small in size. It's legendary in power. The Magic Wand Mini is my go-to. I bring it on trips. I have it by my bed. It's always charged. It gives you those iconic, deep, rumbly vibrations people love from the original Magic Wand. This one's just more compact and, again, travel friendly. Perfect for clitoral pleasure, full body massage, penis massage, the moments you want an instant boost of sensation. It's versatile. It's powerful. It's endlessly giftable. I don't know anybody who doesn't want a magic wand. So, stocking stuffer, get one of these. And listen, self-knowledge, we're talking about what turns you on. So Magic Wand Mini is a great way to discover your body. So when I'm, again, working with my clients, you guys, I am doing some coaching right now, VIP coaching, just for a few people. So if you're interested, check out the link in the show notes if you want to know about my coaching. But it's been really fun working with people one-on-one, because I haven't done that in so many years. And I'm just working with a few people. But again, using toys on yourself, building full body awareness. This is how you start to learn your arousal patterns, how you stop guessing and you start knowing. So shop now at shopsexwithemily.com/magic wand. That's shopsexwithemily.com/magic wand. Okay, another great toy for self-knowledge is the Jeju HeraFlex Rabbit Vibrator. There is a reason this is a bestseller. The HeraFlex has a fully customizable shaft, so you can shape it to your unique body for precise internal stimulation. So do you know the rabbit vibrators? It means it's dual stimulation. So you can put it inside of you, and then there's a little tickler on the outside that can hit your clitoris. So there's an extra wide clitoral thumb that gives more contact and intensity. I love all Jeju products. I've been talking to them for years. They got these ultra low frequency vibrations that travel deep into the body for those rich, full blended orgasms. I had my first full blended orgasm using a toy very similar to this one. A rabbit toy is where you're going to have those blended orgasms. It helps to have a clitoral orgasm first before you have one. Before you have the full body experience, but I just love this toy. And under self-knowledge, we're talking about exploring your body, what feels good. HeraFlex is the perfect tool for that. And so I would check that out. Again, internal stimulation and strong external stimulation at the same time. If you want to know how to have a blended orgasm, how your body responds to it, please check this out. Head to sexwithemily.com/Hera. That's sexwithemily.com/HERA and use code Emily20 for 20% off your order. Okay, guys, this is one of my favorites for self-knowledge. Treat yourself, Smart SX. That is my monthly membership. It's a private, shame-free space to explore your erotic self. We have exclusive workshops, science-backed tools, guided practices. It truly helps you understand your desires, your boundaries, what feels good to you in a community. It's like having a sex-positive toolkit in your pocket. And so, again, self-knowledge, who are you? What do you like? What's your turn-ons? What's your boundaries? What's your patterns? This is why I created Smart SX. It's been over a year now. I come on, I do coaching once a month, sometimes more. I bring in other experts. You will love it. So if you want to learn about yourself, or you want to gift it to someone else, or you want to join with a partner, you will love Smart SX. Head to sexwithemily.com/SmartSX. All right, final pillar, self-acceptance. This is a big one. Feeling at home in your body and loving who you already are. This is where confidence comes in. A lot of us struggle with confidence, right? Our body changes over time, or maybe we've never loved our body. And how am I going to be naked with someone? Self-acceptance is about accepting your body, your desires, your sexuality without comparison or shame. Now, this is a journey, but a lot of us, we don't feel like we accept our bodies, or maybe we've had a baby and now we want to hide. Or there's people who grew up in environments where they were told it wasn't okay to be sexual. And now every time they have sex, they have guilt. Or we just don't think we deserve to have incredible sex, the sex that we desire. Maybe we can't finish during sex, or we can't focus, or we have guilt. I want to remind you of the pleasure thieves: stress, trauma, and shame. These are the 3 things that keeps a lot of us from having the pleasure we want. It tells us that we're unworthy, that we're not good people. So, right? It says that we are just bad, like we're bad people. And sometimes we don't even realize that these messages are in our brain. We think we're bad lovers, or we're bad because we can't do something, or turn ourselves on, or turn our partners on, or we can't get aroused, or we just beat ourselves up all the time, right? So it's about letting go of those negative thought patterns that are defining you. One way to do that is to recognize what you say to yourself, pause, and reframe the thoughts so they're no longer getting in the way of pleasure. So if you're thinking, I don't like the way my body is at this stage of life, you can flip it. My unique experiences have led me to have the full life I have today. Or my body is beautiful and strong and it's deserving of pleasure. I have notes in my phone with affirmations that help me reframe when I really need it. Because sometimes I have negative thoughts about a lot of things I've done with, I don't know. We don't have to get into my negative things. I've shared them with you in the past. But the only way we're going to flip it, we're going to change it, we're going to rewire is by replacing those thoughts with more positive ones, more affirming ones. And this is a lifelong practice. If you are somebody who's more prone to negative self-talk and negative thinking, it definitely could get better and strengthen over time, but it might be something we got to always work on. So get into the practice of flipping the script. So under self-acceptance, I love the class. It is a somatic practice that helps you meet yourself exactly where you are. And you can do it online. If you happen to live in New York, you can go to the studio in person. But I love Taryn Toomey and the class. It's repetitive, deep muscle engagement, breath work. You move your body in a way that gently regulates the nervous system and releases what you've been holding. It's a space to feel, to soften, reconnect with your heart, judgment free. So you can check out the class. You can do one of the classes. You can do it at home in the comfort of home, learn to move your body. This is also great for embodiment. I think the class is great for all of the pillars. So it's an exercise. You sweat, you move, when I talk about somatics and healing and being embodied, this is one of the best places I found where you get a workout, you feel good, and you also are releasing. Remember, all of our emotions and feelings and traumas live in our body. It's one of the most powerful practices I know. It's music-driven, somatic, emotional grounding. It helps you meet yourself where you are. You will love it. So if you want to know more about the class, check it out in the show notes. Okay, droplet. So I love the droplet. It's deep nourishment for your skin that you can feel and get that instant dewy glow. So the droplet transforms your serums into a fine skin-hugging mist that melts in on contact, inviting you to slow down, touch your skin, and really feel the shift. You get smoother, softer, visibly more hydrated, and clinically backed treatment of your skin. So if we're learning to love and care for the body we're in under self-acceptance, not when it changes, not when it improves, but right now, you would love Droplet. It's a gorgeous ritual for your nighttime routine. So Droplet makes a whole experience feel like a love note to yourself. My skin is deserving of nourishment. My body is worthy of care. I can slow down and feel good in my own skin. And the fact that it's clinically backed just makes it more satisfying. You will love the way you feel using the Droplet. So if you want to check out the Droplet, you can click the link in the show notes. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone you love, remember, pleasure isn't a luxury. It's part of your well-being. Don't forget to check out the whole gift guide at sexwithemily.com. And I'm really excited for our 2026 Valentine's Day gift guide. It's going to be next level in sales on the store like we've never had before. So don't miss anything I'm doing by following me on social media platforms at Sex with Emily. Everywhere. You can shop all my favorites on shopsexwithemily.com. And lastly, I have a few spots open if you want to be a private client. Just email enrollment@sexwithemily.com for more information. That's enrollment@sexwithemily.com, or just click the link in the show notes. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening to Sex with Emily. And if you love the show, please like, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, share this with a friend or a partner. It might just spark something. It usually does. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and X. It's all at Sex with Emily. Oh, and I've been told I give really good email. So sign up at sexwithemily.com for free guides and articles and more ways to prioritize your pleasure.